All right. Welcome to another game. I figure for this one, I am going to do Kelly. And you can see the team there. I think I screwed up some Ash thing that they were trying to do of all Ashes. But I like Evil Dead 2 Ash, but Kelly is a badass. And if you can see, we're on the farm, so maybe my memory is just autistically high for this game, but we're in the big map, the really big map, the one that's freaking huge, and it's kind of a double-edged sword. Um, it's a pain for the demon because they're gonna have to figure out where everyone is, and it can take a while for them. But it can also be a pain for the survivors because everything is much more spread out. So collecting resources can take some time. So far, though, we've been getting lucky with these crates. But yeah, for Kelly, when I get the pink S, first thing I want to upgrade is stamina because that's what she does well, and I want her to have the best of stamina. Um, and then the next thing is probably range or fear. But one thing that's important about Kelly is fucker stole my handgun ammo. Important about Kelly is if she gets scared. Yeah, I wanted the lumberjack axe, but she's actually just better with faster weapons. They're not as powerful, but you know her point isn't to be a melee person. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so if Kelly gets scared, that can be game over. Um, if any hunter really gets scared because if a demon possesses you, they can shoot your entire team down. You've seen videos, I'm sure, of it. But the demon with control of your gun can be real dangerous. So, what are you supposed to do as a hunter if you're starting to get scared and there's no light around you? You're just unable to unable to avoid the fear. Well, you want to usually drop your weapon. That's a good method. Sometimes, though, the demon will wait, and so you're a hunter without a gun, and you're just doing melee. So you'll do really insignificant damage. So that's a good tactic for demon. Speaking of demon, looks like they found us already. This guy over here just got possessed. I'm kind of waiting around. Someone's gonna come. There he is. So, looks like the big maps RNG was not in our favor because the demon did indeed find us. So, as a hunter too, right now I have long gun ammo, but personally I actually don't like long guns. For me, the best weapon I can find for a hunter is revolver. That thing, the revolver can like people usually grab shotguns and stuff, so the long gun ammo gets sucked up by wherever people go typically. Not so much the handgun ammo. The handgun ammo goes down a lot slower than shotgun in my experience. So I always prefer to use the Magnum and basically do crowd control with it. Shoot the basics and fuck them up that way. So since the demon knows where we are, no point in walking everywhere at this point, especially with a map this huge. Just gonna start driving, and support Ash is sticking with me. Warrior Ash looks like he's on his own, and that's fine. Usually warriors can do all right on their own, but if the demon's really tenacious after them, if you're playing demon and you see a warrior by themselves, sometimes you can take them down. Um, Especially with like Ash, because like Henry has a really good power where he can be invulnerable and just not be hit while getting into a car and escaping, for example. So playing as a warrior, sometimes I've gone off on my own and got screwed up by the demon. But hey, if you can hack it, sure. So the main reason I'm coming here is they have the map piece because the demon's on us. Let's get this hurrying along. Second thing is purple crate, right? No one's Ed Getley, but so far we've gotten lucky with those crates. That's a big other aspect of the RNG there. Meat Cleaver does more damage, and it's faster. So even though I have a shotgun and long gun ammo, I want to collect all the handgun ammo I can, just in case I find my preferred gun. But if you're a hunter, or even really actually if you're any character, I'd say, if you have the time, grab as much ammo as you can, because anyone that is using ranged weapons and needs it, um, that'll be really helpful for them. Another thing to note about Hunter is you can see me now, I'm running away from everyone. Even so, like a lot of people, classes, you don't want to do that. Leaders and support, especially, they're kind of weak on their own. Um, but warriors too, they're pretty good with the team, more so than they are by themselves, because they don't really need as much resources, maybe amulets. As a hunter, though, you really do want to split off once in a while from them. Now I'm keeping an eye on their bars, making sure no one's getting like too messed up here. But but hunters require resources, and specifically ammunition. And if you're just following everybody, there's my revolver. Hell yeah. If you're just following everyone, they're gonna suck up the ammo because maybe they'll have long guns and you have a long gun, and just you get nothing out of it. So as a hunter, it's important to go off once in a while and just collect stuff on your own, because you have the most stamina, you can run the most, and yeah, you're going to need everything you can grab, really. But it's a tricky thing because you do want to keep an eye on your team and make sure they're not getting messed up. There's been a couple times, where I've gone off on my own, and the team starts getting messed up and stuff, and pretty soon, like, a bunch of them are down, and I'm going over there, and sometimes I can help them out. Sometimes the demon will just fuck me up too. So it's something you kind of just got to use your own judgment for. But yeah, with Kelly, I just want to collect as much crap on my own as possible, really. If the team's able to support themselves, which it looks like they are. Another good thing for Kelly is these two guys. I have support Ash and I have leader Ash. Both of them are really good at keeping fear down. So if Ash uses his power, or support Ash uses his power, and then leader Ash has his aura, which reduces your fear too. At that point, the demon's not really going to be able to possess much. And this is a puppeteer we're dealing with, so possession is pretty much their main power here. It sure as hell isn't their basics, and it sure as hell isn't their elites. I don't want to deal with this fool. What are you gonna do now, huh? So again, I go on my own here. Sweet, I'm maxed out on handgun ammo, so collecting handgun ammo in the beginning, just grabbing everything I saw, really paid off. Meat hammer, yes. That's Kelly's special weapon right there. She's faster with it, and it does more damage, so if you're a Kelly, that's typically the melee weapon you're going to want.
This makes me feel better, but it does. I'm heading over now. Expect me.
So yeah, so Railway Loop is where the next map piece is, but the other two Ashes, I have no fucking clue what Warrior Ash is doing. He's just off doing his own thing, kind of like me. But the other two Ashes seem to be on it, and they seem to be covering each other pretty well. So I'm actually next to Fire Tower, and Fire Tower, these two hallways here, nice. These two hallways are really good for finding ammo. God, I can't get a shot. There we go. And the auto aim kind of weird.
My tongue is numb.
And I'm collecting long gun ammo still because if one of them is using a gun, like I know support and leaders can also use guns pretty effectively. Definitely not warrior. They might need it too. So yeah, in best case scenarios, kind of like what we're having here, no one's really getting damaged by the demon. I don't even know where the demon is at this point, but everyone's kind of splitting off, just collecting as much resources as they can, which is exactly what I'm doing here. And once we all convene, we should have enough to keep each other in check. Ammunition, health, yada yada yada. And there is a blue chest here. And there is a blue revolver. So, looks like, in this case especially, doing my own thing really paid off there. I see that golden crate, that's really good, but It's also really fucking far because this map is just so big. So at this point, I have two options with Kelly. I'm really far away from everyone right now, so I do have to watch myself. But the dagger is like across the map. But right up here too is another part. My thinking here is, why don't I just start this? And we'll see how the demon deals with splitting up. This is risky, going off on your own. But as a hunter, that's kind of a gamble you can really take sometimes. Because the most important thing is not so much the damage output, but the dodging ability. So let's see what happens. Did you hear that portal? I did. There's a shit ton of them here, so I'm just going to be like, nope, I'm getting the fuck out. Demon is on this area, which is kind of surprising. He's over here. In fact, that's a good question. What was the demon doing exactly? Okay, thanks, physics. Why was the demon up in this corner? Did it maybe spot me or something? Or was it just... did it leave the other guys? As a demon, you really don't want to abandon the people. And I was pretty isolated away from everyone. Maybe it was following, but holy hell, it wasn't keeping the pressure on, that's for sure. Alright, so it just possessed a unit behind me. I'm just running right now without turning back, but I know it's right behind me. Alright, so I'm out of stamina. Now I use my power. And just basically keep dodging away from it. And this is what's BS about Kelly. Look at the stamina below her. I'm still gaining stamina. So now go back into a sprint. And remember, when there's a demon possessing a basic, it's using infernal energy. So it's burning through its resources. It's a demon economy, you could say. So without even having to engage it, it just died. Which I can get away with here. And I'm about to get scared. I don't want this fucker possessing me. And I got here right on time because you can hear the demons just hanging out around me. Trying to move around a bit because I don't really want it to demon dash me. But even if it does, I'm next to a fire. So a demon dash at this point would only give it infernal energy. Those guys are way the fuck over there. I'm way the hell over here. Okay, he possessed a unit. Headshot, body shot, and he's dead. Yeah, when you do damage to them, it does take a chunk of their infernal energy out. So it seems like this demon is having a very hard time with its infernal energy status right now. Alright, well, I saw the demon go back to the pages. I'm feeling better already. I got a car, my fear is down. I'm going to try this again. This time I'm going to leave the car by the road. Kelly can run a bit. I'm not super worried about it being kind of far. If you're a warrior, you probably want to bring the car close to you, but hunters, man, they can sprint for days.
We're not leaving a trail of blood and guts behind us. We're keeping Michigan moist.
So yeah, I'm putting the demon in a difficult position right now. There's one of me here, and then there's the other three of them are over there, I believe, or maybe Warrior Ash is doing his own thing, but now he's got two, and if you play as demon, you know hunters can be notoriously hard to get sometimes. And that's exactly what I'm going to do, is utilize the best of Kelly. Because I think she is probably the most powerful hunter solo. Okay, so we got a possessed unit here. Get a hit in. Yeah, he didn't commit. I don't really know why. Because it's not like he has an energy issue. When you're in the circle as a demon, your energy's gonna self-replicate, so not sure what's going on there. When those guys spawn though, the basics, I try to pop them as quickly as possible because I don't want them possessing them. And the nice thing with the Magnum, especially maxed out on a hunter, is it's pretty much one-shot kill for them. But I was a little late because I was dealing with an elite here, so now he's possessed one, and I'm kind of just keeping my distance for now. My strategy here is keep distance and take care of try to do some crowd control when I have a breather. Another one's possessed. There he is. So these guys, you actually don't really want to shoot. The Puppeteers Elites, they have actually a ranged resistance to them. So, you know, if you're playing as I'm getting fucked up here. If you're playing as Puppeteer, and if you want to possess elites, that's actually a pretty good way to counter hunters. I could shoot him a bunch, but it's going to be very, very slow to actually kill him. A little high. You know, one thing I don't understand here is that they captured the knife, right? But this guy's been on me like the whole time. I forgot to check when exactly we captured the knife, but I thought that would kick the demon out. Basically remove him from this spot, but I guess it didn't. Since I have a breather, might as well pop some amulets. So if you can think of the usual damage this thing would do, like 300 to basics, look at what it does to that guy. It's like 157 for a headshot with a blue magnum. I'll try to point out next time a basic gets shot, just to see the damage difference. Alright, so use the ability. Load. Alright, so yeah, 400. That was a body shot too, but I did about 419 damage to a basic unit. And then the elite units, like when I shoot them on the body, I do like 60. So you can do the math, I'm sure, but that's basically how you quantify. That's where elites are good for dealing with hunters. And here comes the cavalry. The rest of my team is here, and this is pretty much an assured victory now. I barely went through my resources.
Your group has obtained the lost pages.
So it seems like the splitting up really threw the demon off there. Alright, maxed out.
Both the lost pages and the Kandarian dagger have been collected.
Do a little flashlight glow to my friends. Hey guys, look what I captured. Something to note too is we're at Misty Groves, and if you remember looking on the map, it's in a corner. It's not really in the middle of the map. It's far away in a corner. You want to get moving pretty quickly because the fog's going to start coming in, and the first thing it literally starts hitting is the far away places. So for this map, it would be like Misty Groves we're in now. For the smaller map, it would be like the flight area of the plane, because usually the dark ones are in the south of that small map. This one, it's a little more unpredictable. Maybe because it's so big, I can't really I haven't really noticed a pattern to anything yet, as much as the smaller map. And hell, even that Army of Darkness one is pretty small too. But I hope they don't make another map this big. It just feels way too big. Everyone's fear's getting up, so probably a good idea to get in that. Well, I have everyone here. And for some downtime, just ask for ammo. Stick with them. But yeah, so tips is hunter. In this start, like if they find a crate, sure, grab it, but really try to just go off on your own. Collect your own stuff. If the demon starts fucking with you, you know, use your stamina wisely. Get to a car if you need. But hunters can evade a lot of issues with the demon, just based off of stamina alone. Stamina is like, I swear to God, it's like the most powerful thing as we've seen in this game. If I was a demon, I'd rather deal with a Henry by himself than like a hunter by themselves, especially a Kelly. So this is probably the most dangerous part for survivors is when you're going up against the dark ones like this. This is a really good time for the demon to just go on full attack, throw a boss at you, all this stuff, because the dark ones can do some damage too, like passively. They'll just, throw their little fireballs, do the little ground pound. But at this point, once you get to the book, everyone's fear just dissipates. The puppeteer has almost no power now. I'm not even getting low on ammo, but But we have 2 minutes left. Might as well go ham with it. And speaking of which, there's our boss unit. Is he just trying to go for book? I gotta say too, as Hunter, it's pretty annoying with when you have a bunch of warriors. As you had to see there, I had to like jump around the side just to get a clear shot at them. So if you're trying to get shots in on like a boss unit or something, you have a bunch of warriors surrounding them. Sometimes you can waste shots just accidentally hitting them. Even more ammo. So yeah, at this point in the game is pretty much ours. What did the demon do wrong? I think the demon was too passive. The only time I've really seen it possess much was playing with me. And it didn't even commit to those possessions, really. But this also showcases what Kelly does really well. She's probably the best survivor for going solo, besides Pablo, of course. But if you're actually dealing with a demon, she kicks ass. Yeah, this has been my experience with Demon lately, is losing like this. As for survivors, they're getting smarter. Look at that, dodge, bang. Demon's gone. And that is game. That is game of Kelly pretty much capturing 1 point all on her own, with the demon attacking. I mean, we're on the cavalry did come in at the end, but did I need them? I don't think so. Kelly is kick-ass on her own. It didn't do as much damage as a warrior, but hey, killing a boss puts you in first usually.
Mankind will never know what you've avoided.
Spent the most time on objectives. That's kind of funny. I feel like I spent the least collecting the map. But yeah, anyways, that was a game with Kelly, and I hope you enjoyed. Take care.